Thanks. I know I'm loud, but the mic is kind of helpful. Tonee Ndungu is my name, and lots of people know us as the guys who put together the first TEDx Kibera. So every time I'm orange, have the band to go with it, just miss the t-shirt. When we put together TEDx Kibera a couple of months ago, probably about a year ago, there's two things that stood out. The first thing is the mentality that the kids had when they came for the event. They knew that they were beat down and downtrodden physically, but they didn't believe it mentally. They knew they could do something with the skill set that they learned and the stuff that we showed them. And it's funny because we had, the first TEDx Kibera, we had 67 people. But the weeks after that, the 4 weeks after that, we had almost 1,700 kids come and ask us for the videos, so they can be able to go watch them in the comfort of their own friend's home or something, because they usually didn't have the equipment to do it. And as time progressed, they got really interested in social media and what that could do for them. Kick that aside and move to the Kenyan corporates. They were having a disastrous time because of the economic crisis. Their web presence was disgustingly bad. They could never get back to people who said that they're having certain problems. They decided they're going to take their products online and found out how dissatisfied their customer base was. So there were two issues. There's the young people, from Kibera mostly, but also from Nairobi, who are interested in social media and web presence. On the other side, there's the corporate companies, who are incapable completely of handling what new media and social media can do. So we came up with a plan and said, you know what, because we are social media consultants and courtesy of the 1% Club, we do this stuff. We went to the corporate companies and said, we think we know how we can solve your problem. Let me hook you up with a couple of young people who love Twitter, who love Facebook, who love LinkedIn, who love MySpace. And though yes, they don't have the capacity and the clothes and the fashion that you have as corporates, they know the web. And it was like trying to suck blood out of a rock. We convinced big corporates in our countries to put their web reputation on 6 kids from Kibera. Let me tell you how successful that was. In 18 weeks, one of the worst companies in our country, as far as consumers are concerned, is the Kenya Power and Lighting Company. Basically, every week there has to be a power blackout someplace. And if there's any word that they are referred to with, I can't mention it in public because this is a family event, but you understand what I'm saying. But these young people came and completely transformed the reputation of that company online. They've never gone to school. They didn't even drop out. They just never went. They taught themselves how to use social media to change people's perception. We did that for a corporate company, and a few weeks later, a Dutch NGO came and said, we need the same services for 3 countries, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And they took that expertise. Okay, fine, we kind of didn't trust them very much, but they took that expertise, and courtesy of HIPOS, took it to NGOs, and they were able to pass on this information, ideally for free. So what's the business case? Really simple. The NILAB, Nairobi Lab, Nairobi Incubation Lab, is a space that combines young social media enthusiasts with professional media consultants, puts them in a single space, and allows them the opportunity to help corporate companies in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, generally in East Africa because digital media presence doesn't exist, to take their companies online and build a web brand, while at the same time getting all the tools that they get from giving all this social support, digital support to corporate companies, and translates that into NGOs, into community-based organizations, into something as small and as little as churches and high schools for free. These young people get a living, they get employment, they become social media entrepreneurs, and sooner or later, they move out with Kibera. And it stops being such a big deal to do a TEDx in Kibera. We're looking for 2 things. The first thing, very basic, very simple, expertise. We understand that there's a lot we don't know, and we like not knowing a lot. We don't mind it, but we kind of prefer learning from someone. So that's the first thing. The expertise we're looking for is in business development, and that's a wide range. It's in marketing and brand development, because remember, they will always look at us as Kibera kids and not think we can be able to do anything. And the third thing, which we find the most important thing, is building a wider network. Because we really do not appreciate being able to put something out and then having it being stolen because we don't have law and copyright expertise. The second thing we're looking for is this. You saw it on when you were watching the live stream, you saw kids in Kibera looking at a screen in a building. in a room called the iHub. That's an innovation hall. Again, we are on the same floor on the other side. And we have a big, lovely empty space that looks kind of like a warehouse. And we've been sitting there for the last 6.5 months. Not sure how we're going to make it look worthwhile for a corporate company to trust us with their product and their reputation and their brand. And that's what we're trying to do. Thank you for your time.